All right, welcome back, Hononegah, Algebra 1. Today we're going to do systems of equations, but we're going to do word problems. So the hardest part about this is probably going to be the setting up of the word problem. And so it takes Santa, here's the first one. It takes Santa 5 minutes to fly 35 miles with the wind, and it takes 7 minutes to go 35 miles against the wind. Determine the speed of Santa's sleigh in still air and speed of wind. Distance equals rate times time. So the rate and time equals the distance. So we're going 35 miles. And I don't know the rate at all, but I do know the time. So 5 minutes, and we're going to go x plus y. So again, you've got the wind behind you. So 5x plus 5y equals 35. Now I'm going to do the same thing against the wind. So it's going to take 7 minutes, but against the wind to go 35 miles. So 7x minus 7y equals 35. Using systems of equations now, I want to solve this. So I want to go ahead and multiply the top one. So I'm going to try to get rid of y. So I'm going to multiply the top one by 7. So 35x plus 35y equals 245. And then I'm going to multiply the bottom one by 5. And so I get 35x minus 35y equals 175. So the cancels. 70x equals 420. Divide by 70, x is 6. And so now if I plug 6 back in for x, so 5 times 6 plus 5y equals 35. 5y equals 5, y would equal 1. So now, as an ordered pair, this would be the point 6, 1. Next one. And we're not going to do all of these. We're only going to do some of them. So we're skipping over to number 3. After a big snowstorm, Joe and Jim decided to shovel driveways for money. Jim shoveled 3 less than twice as many driveways as Joe. They shoveled a total of 15 driveways. So the amount for Joe and the amount for Jim adds up to 15. So anytime they give you a total, that's when they're asking for the amount of one plus the amount of the other. Now, let's talk about Jim. Jim shoveled, so Jim equals 3 less than twice Joe. So twice Joe minus 3. Now, I'm going to solve this by substitution because I have a y equals. So in place of the y in the top equation, I'm going to put 2x minus 3. Add like terms, add 3, and you get x equals 6. Plugging 6 back in for x, I end up getting y to equal 9. So these two cross at the point 6, 9 as an ordered pair. Your high school is having a competition where students to guess how many candy canes are in a jar. The tens digit is 4 more than twice the ones digit. The sum of the digits. All right, so again, anytime they're going to give you sum, that's x and y. So now the tens digit is, so the tens digit is 4 more than twice the ones. So twice the ones digit, and I want 4 more than that. Again, this is set up for substitution. So I'm going to put 2y plus 4 in place of x. Combine like terms. Subtract 4. And it's okay to get 0. Okay, so 0 for y. So if I plug 0 in for y, I get 2 times 0. And I get 4. So this is at 4, 0. Remember, the x comes first and the y comes second. Next one, we're going to skip all the way to number 10 now. And so Monique has 2 artificial Christmas trees in her apartment. The taller tree is 1 foot shorter than 5 times the height of the smaller tree. If she stacked the shorter tree on top of the taller tree, it's 60 inches. So again, we got a total of 60 inches. So x plus y is 60. Now, the taller tree is, so the taller tree is x. So x is 1 foot shorter then 5 times the smaller. So 5 times the smaller minus 1. Again, this is set up for substitution. X is equal to 5y minus 1. So I'm going to put 5y minus 1 in for x in the top equation. I'm going to add like terms. And I apologize, I just realized something. It's 60 inches, so this is kind of a nasty question. It's 60 inches, but ultimately that is 5 feet. So again, the first one is given in feet, and the second one is given in inches. So that wasn't very nice. We won't do that to you on a test, but this should be 5. So now I add 1 to both sides, and y would equal 1. So now I put 1 back in place of y, and get x to equal 4. So writing this as an ordered pair, 4 for x and 1 for y. Sorry about that when I first looked at it. As I was looking back through that, the second one was in inches and the first one was in feet. So I knew something was off there. At Fred's house, next one. At Fred's house, Santa ate the same number of cookies and chocolate chips. Twice the number of sugar cookies he ate decreased by 1 equals the number of chocolate chip cookies he ate. How many sugar cookies and chocolate chip cookies did he eat? Now, he ate the same number of both. So x actually equals y. So the second one says twice the number of sugar cookies, so 2x, he ate decreased by 1 equals the number of chocolate chip cookies that he ate. Now, this is set up for substitution. It actually doesn't matter which way you want to substitute this because you have a y and a y, or x equals y. So I'm going to substitute in for y. So I put the x in place of the y. Subtract 2x, x would equal 1, and then substitution, put it back in, y would also equal 1. So these two cross at the point 1, 1. All right. And so you have the rest of the holiday systems to do. If you have questions, make sure you talk to your teacher. I know many of the classes will probably be doing this in class or working together, but this gives you at least some of the problems and how you'd have to do them. Set up the system and then solve the system. So good luck, and if you have questions, ask your teacher.